My name is Bridgette Frontain. I am the owner and principal interior designer at Bridgette Frontain Interiors, a small studio in Calgary, Alberta. I have been working with CF Interiors to any sort of capacity since 2019, so that's 6 years now. When I first started as an independent interior designer, Jim at CF was the first person that I called because it was the element of warehousing, ordering, tracking, the furniture side that I felt overwhelmed by as an independent designer. And so Jim was the first person that I called. It was the first meeting that I had, and he put all of my fears at ease because I then learned that that is exactly what CF was able to do for smaller design businesses. They can take care of the warehousing, they can take care of the order tracking, they can take care of the delivery, and all of that felt really overwhelming to me as an individual. And so knowing that CF was there to provide that service for me was such an ease off my mind and allowed me to include furniture procurement in my services, which is now a large part of my services. I love to bring my clients to CF because I know that it's going to be a calm environment, a quiet environment, an easy space to walk around and to have a conversation, and that there's enough variety here and inspiration around that it actually ends up kicking off a whole other discussion that I didn't even think, oh, well, now that I'm seeing this bed, maybe we should be doing the bedroom. And you're thinking, oh, okay, great. It kicks off a whole new scope and a design conversation. It's also incredibly convenient to be able to sit here and have all of the fabrics and materials available immediately, rather than trying to host this sort of meeting at your office and you're saying, of course, I'll order in this, I'll order in that. The fact that we can just do it all at once, check, check, check. Somebody's there to write it all down, check, 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 and then you just know that it's getting taken care of, quotes headed your way. It's the most seamless experience to incorporate a client in. If the client wants to be involved, which is nice, it's great to get them involved, and this is a really nice place to do it. Working with CF takes a lot of admin off of my plate, particularly the warehousing and the white glove delivery service. There was one instance where a coffee table arrived for a client and it ended up being damaged. It had a small crack in the wood. And before I had even found out that it had arrived damaged, CF had already gone through the process of ordering a replacement. They let me know that it arrived damaged, but that the replacement was already on its way, and that the damage was minimal enough that they would allow it to be delivered to the client's house so that they weren't without a coffee table for the amount of time it took for the replacement to arrive. And then when the replacement arrived, they swapped it out for us. And it took so much stress off of my plate of then having to contact their claims department. Like, it was all taken care of before I even knew that there was a problem. In fear of sounding cheesy, it's the people that sets CF Interiors apart. And I'm sure that you hear that all the time. But genuinely, I don't know, beyond it just being a furniture gallery or a lighting gallery, I don't know a single provider in the city, in Calgary, that is actively working to create a community in the same way that CF is. I don't know any other procurement services that are actively hosting happy hours for designers, bringing trade showrooms to the city so that we get access to the same sort of information that larger cities like Vancouver or anywhere in the States gets to experience by not having to travel. They'll bring it to us. They're hosting parties, get-togethers, just for the sake of fostering a community. And there's such a vast community of designers in Calgary that it would be a shame if we were all just kind of going about our business and didn't have those moments where we get to collaborate, discuss experiences. At the end of the day, we're doing the same job. We have a lot in common, but there's no other gallery or procurement service that is actively trying to facilitate those connections. And when I went off on my own, it became crucial to me to form those connections. And I made most of them here. I would say that the biggest value add to joining the CF program is that without the program, I don't think that I would have furniture procurement as part of my business offering. As a sole proprietor of a business, it would be so much administrative work to do the quoting, ordering, tracking, dealing with vendors, delivery, all of that on top of the other design work that I do on the construction side. I just don't know that I would have the capacity to offer that as a service consistently. And in truth, there's a lot of money to be made doing the furniture side. So I would be missing out on a pretty good chunk of my business revenue if I didn't have CF backing me and making it possible to have these projects. I'd be saying no to a lot of business. I would offer CF to any designer that is looking to add furniture procurement to their services, primarily because they are taking off the scary bit and you get to do the design part that you love to do, interacting with the clients, interfacing with the builders and organizing furniture layouts and materials and making everything look beautiful. That's the part that the designers want to do. And so I would recommend CF to anybody that is interested in including that in their services, but is not interested in doing all the administrative labor, because they'll take care of that for you. I love the Four Hands collection that CF offers. Mostly Four Hands, it just has such a wide array of products. Aesthetically, I think that they have a lot of pieces that do feel quality and individual and stylish enough that not every client is looking to do a full custom home, but you are still looking for interesting pieces that make your house feel like it's been curated. And they do offer those pieces that it's like, oh, that's cool. Where's that from? It's from Four Hands. A lot of it's from Four Hands. I love Four Hands. I have a folder saved in my emails that is my gym folder. I feel like I'm gonna get emotional. I'm not gonna get emotional. I have a gym folder in my emails, and it just seems like on my worst day, I can open it, and all of the emails that Jim has ever sent me that are like, oh my, I don't know. He's always so proud, and he's always so uplifting, and he's so supportive. He doesn't have to be, and I'm sure he works with so many people, but every time he emails you, feels like it's specifically to you, and sometimes they just really hit when they need to. So I save those to my gym folder, and on my worst day, I go into the gym folder and I go, oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. I'm that girl.